Well, hello there, travelers of the deserted jungle island. This is Miss Geiger. I'm going to help you survive doing your novel guides. So, one thing to notice is the very front will tell you which chapters to do. The next slide will give you directions. Make sure you look at the selected chapters, and then you can also take a look at the chapter title and YouTube box to access those things on the slides below. So, chapter 1 is called The Sound of the Shell. It's these pages on the ebook. You can click right here to get to that book. You can also download it, which is helpful. And to listen to it, we have the chapters via a playlist of audiobook right here. So, nice tools that are there to help you. Make sure you fill out each box for each chapter. You can do that while you read or after you read. Make sure you put things that are helpful to you to remember that chapter. And then afterwards, you want to kind of use these tools to help you create your boxes. So the visual is going to be a picture that you need to put in. There's a video on how to use Adobe Express to create one, or you can find one via Google. We also have the characters and infographic notes, so you can quickly reference any of the characters with a mere detailed description, or just a visual and brief description as well. Okay, so please take advantage of those as we go through. Alright, back to our piece. In each box, after you're done reading, put in 3 important summary points, 3 parts of the plot that you think are important to remember that encapsulate what's going on in this chapter. It can be about a sentence or phrase each. The visual should be a picture. Make sure that you put a picture here. Alright, I will no longer accept descriptions. Please make a picture. You can create one yourself and take a screenshot or picture to put in. You can Google one, or you can use the links to use Adobe Express and create one that way via AI. Then I'd like you to give a 2 to 3 sentence explanation of the visual and how it ties in with the chapter. So for example, chapter 1, The Sound of the Shell, if you choose to do a conch shell, explain the significance of that visual to this chapter. The next thing is to remember the characters. The characters are going to be in a box in each of the different chapters, so you shouldn't put the same thing each time in here. We already sort of know who the characters are, but I want you to write down something important that these characters did, saw, or something you learned about that character in the chapter. I would try to do at least 2 or 3 of the characters if much is not happening with one of the characters at the time. You can leave that blank. But at least 2 to 3 characters, make sure you talk about the details of them within that chapter. Symbols. I will give you some ideas, but if you see any symbols that you would like to add, you can do that. What is important about these objects or symbols that you see throughout the piece and what they might represent? And then, of course, the quotes can be bits of narration, or it can be something that a character actually said and then explain why you think it's important. It might also help to explain who said the quote if a character actually said it out loud. Okay? So for this first part, we have chapters 1 through 3. Chapter 1, you put all your points here. Chapter 2, Fire on the Mountain. Notice that we do change some of the symbols, and feel free to add or take away as necessary. Again, only mentioning some of the characters and what they did during that chapter. And chapter 3, Huts on the Beach. And of course, this is going to be similar for our other chapters that we will read as well. Please come to me with any questions, and looking forward to surviving this novel with you.